Hi, Alfred, can you hear me? I cannot hear you because your microphone is turned off.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. How about me? Can you hear me clear?
Yes, I can hear you very, very clearly. I can hear you very, very
Okay, great. Okay, Alfred, thank you that you joined to me. First I will give you the subject of our conversation. Actually, I am CEO of the fintech startup, and we are trying to help buyers to import the goods from the China cheaper and quickly to make payments instantly. And I'm trying to talking with the experts in this area, with the people who relate with the importation and to understand the problems which arise in this space. And therefore, I'm going to ask several questions about what problems you had when you try to make any importation from the China.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing that. Thank you very much for sharing that with me. My experience is working with Folio Wallet. Folio Wallet is a crypto first platform. Sorry for that. So crypto wallet is Folio Wallet rather. Folio Wallet is a crypto first platform, and then we have a platform for China also. So what we built then was it's still in progress right now. What we built then was that we're building a platform where you can make payment to China directly. But for us as a company back then, we had I was working there as a product manager at that time. At that time, and it was on contract base. So for us, what we built then was that we had a connection between we have someone that has this direct connection to banks over there in China. So when you input your China details, that okay, these China details in terms of payments, the person knows how to process it and how to confirm it. So it was just an arm of the business. But our major was into crypto first and a whole lot of other things. But I did a bit of research yesterday in respect to this. I did a bit of research yesterday, and I noticed some couple of things that I would like to share with you. But I will still go back to do a research and come up with a document, like a product discovery document. So by that time I would have gone and do a lot of extensive research to know one, who are the audience, how do they buy directly from China? Is it any third party? What fintech platform do they use to buy directly from China? Don't mind me, I'm a product manager, and that is the way I think, and that's the way I move. So yeah, so what we basically do then, we don't have during that period, we don't have any conversion. There was nothing like conversion equivalent. So our finance team and people abroad in China, they are the one that come up with the so once we get the equivalent, once we get okay, this is the yuan equivalent to naira, then from there we can know that okay, this is the total cost of what we want to do. But it was not the platform, it was just an arm of the business. It was just an arm of the business that's what please just give me 2 minutes, please. Give me 2 minutes,
Yes,
please.
sure.
Okay, so I'm in a more settled place. So sorry. I'm working remotely today, and someone just bumped
Okay, no problem.
into my hostel, so it's like a lot of noise. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we the platform we built was just for you as somebody that is buying goods from China, just to put your details, So we have somebody that will confirm it manually. So we have somebody that will confirm it manually. This person has connect with the China banks. This person has this connection that will confirm it manually. So that was what we built. But also what I discovered in terms of this is that one, you can go towards, okay, let us build a platform where we can get the conversion rates, equivalent rates, where people can pay directly to banks. You understand? Directly
Yes.
to banks from here in Nigeria, Africa. But before, I would just advise, I don't know if you've done a lot of bit of extensive research in respect to this. So who are those that buy from China? I know a lot of products in Nigeria are foreign products. So who are those that buy from China? What's the quantity of people that buy from China? I'm talking about the large percentage right now, so that the business can know that yes, it's something the business can venture into and scaling up, because government policy is also very key to very key to this, very key to this. So there is something that the company can do to make this go seamless, which is API, third party integration. So if the company can be able to say, okay, we want to integrate a third party like Coinbase, yes, like Coinbase, then it will make it more easier for transactions. So from here, you can pay any Chinese bank, you can pay to any Chinese bank, and then the merchant confirm it over there, and they move on and they move on. So that's basically my research. Maybe in the course of the conversation, I'll also tip in one or two things, but let me hear from your own end.
Yeah, but the first, I would like to understand, do you work in Folio Wallet at the moment, or did you finish that work
No,
already?
it was a contract base. I left.
Left.
Yes, it was a contract.
Okay. At the moment, do you work in this company?
So I didn't get that.
Do you work? Do you work at the moment in
Yeah,
Folio?
so currently I don't work at Folio anymore. Currently I work at a tech training center as the product manager. I'm currently seeking for more opportunities around product manager. I'm looking to tender my resignation letter, let's say in the next 2-3 months. I'll be clocking to 2 years. I'll be clocking 2 years by January. And then for me, I need to improve and go to the product side on the full time. So where I work right now, I also do products, but it's a whole lot of consumer products. So I'm taking
Okay, I
some
understand.
courses right now in technical product management area. So I want to dive into the technical product management area right now fully. API, endpoint, being able to read API, being able to read endpoint, database, the structure, and a whole lot of things regarding
Okay, I
so that I
understand.
can.
I'm trying to understand Folio Wallet because I saw the site and I decided that Folio site gives opportunity to trade cryptocurrency, and I didn't
Yes.
find any information about payment method for the buyers who are trying to pay Chinese suppliers. What's the final solution from the Vola wallet because it seems that it's trading platform.
Yes. So, like I mentioned earlier, the Chinese payment transaction was an arm of the business at a point, was an arm of the business at a point. But I've left there. Maybe the CEO has decided, okay, let us remove this right now. Maybe the CEO has decided that. But while I was working there, it was part of what we were working on. I just worked there like 6 months contract, started from last year, 6 months contract, just to be able to push the product. So the CEO is the product owner. I came as product manager to be able to push other people to work. So it was part of what we were working on at that point, but I don't know of now, except I go back and reach out to some of my colleagues back then just to ask them questions.
А why the Vola Folio Wallet decided to focus on the buyers who are trying to import goods? Why they decided to do it? Why they decided to research in this space, to make research in this space?
Okay. Okay, so they saw a gap. They saw a gap. They saw a gap. So before I came on board, they've been building this product for years. That's one. They've been building the product for years, but I think they were a bit slow. They launched sometime last year. They were fixing bugs. Chunk was much. They were like, okay, we'll rush this. So that's why I came on board. So the first thing what we were looking at is that we were looking at, okay, a lot of people want to do, want to buy goods from China. Let's say like AliExpress, Alibaba.
Yes. Yes.
They want to buy goods that they want to buy goods directly, but they want to buy goods directly, but they don't. So the research I did, so and what I noticed is that if you want to buy a good from, let's say, Alibaba or AliExpress now, or you want to buy a good from China, so there is a group of people. There is a group of people that are in charge of all this. That is in charge of all this. So
Agents.
yes,
Agents.
yes, agents that are in charge of all this. So it doesn't. So for you right now, it might be a whole lot of money because this agent charges will also be factored into it. So what Folio was trying to do is that for you to have the direct connect to the company where you want to buy your products now, you can pay directly to them. You can pay directly to them. Not that you are going through a third party, a third agent party that you start waiting on. So you can pay directly to them, but it still boils down to trust and a whole lot of things because of a lot of fraudulence and other things. But it still boils down to trust because is it at the verge of receiving my goods that I'm going to make payment, or will I make payment earlier? So if I make payment and I don't receive my goods, I don't know if you understand. So those are a bit of gaps, but it can be bridged and be covered up. So it depends on the KYC and any compliance mechanism that the company has decided to terms and condition can also be used to solve that. So what we were looking directly then was that we want to connect people directly to merchant, but we don't have this merchant contact. You just buy and you give us the payment details. So we don't connect them. You just buy, you give us the payment details. We have somebody that will do it manually, and we have Connect in China that will also finish and finalize the whole operation.
What payment method did you choose for paying Chinese suppliers?
Okay, so the payment method that we used was, so like I mentioned earlier, there was let me say we had a financial agent person.
Yes.
So a financial agent person that is reliable and committed and trustworthy that we use. So the person was here. The person has a connect to the CEO. The person has a connect to the CEO. So when you go to the website and you go to the pay Chinese, you go to that place and you input the details there. The person confirm it if it is legit. So once the person confirmed that okay, it is legit and authentic, the person process the payment and they receive the payment in China. The person processes. So that's what the thing we use. So it's just like there's an agent that knows all these mechanisms that he or she use. I believe the agent will also have one or two connects that in the financial space that they will just forward this to. But for this, I would just suggest if there can be a third-party API. So I don't know if Flutterwave, Stripe, Paystack, if they help in this type of payment. It's something we can make research on and know, okay, is this something that they are also doing or they are not doing? So it's something that research can also be made on.
Okay. What was the main problem of the buyers which you tried to solve? What's the main problem buyers has?
The main problem is to connect, is to help to facilitate payment. Is to help to facilitate payment and to make it more faster because within taking of an eyes, we've confirmed the payment and the person has moved on. So to make it more faster. So we make payments to be more faster. So it's easy, it's fast, and it's on a reliable platform where you can hold us ransom.
What do you mean under a reliable platform? How the mechanism has to be look like?
So reliable in terms of one, it is registered under the business corporation body. So it's not just any platform that they're just doing in one room. You don't know the CEO, So everybody's putting his or her face out there. So it's a reliable platform that can be trusted. Like, okay, so if you input your details now for payments, it's going to be facilitated and it's going to be pushed within less than 3 to 4 hours. You get the confirmation. So it's not a rigorous and tedious process. So within, like I said, we confirm it manually. So, and everything has been integrated to our mobile phone, our mails that, okay, once somebody just does this, we get a notification. There is somebody that will sit on it on that same spot. So they have team that is working. There is full-time team that is working. That will sit on it on the spot, facilitate the payment, make sure the payments get to where it is sent to, and that's all. So reliable, fast, and so that's what we. But just to facilitate paying of merchant, paying of goods. When you get to buy goods, just to facilitate that payment and to remove the fact of agent. But the agent might still help you to purchase the goods rather. So that means for you to use our platform, you need to have a direct connect to the agent, to the company rather. So if you have the direct connect, so you can now pay on our platform, we facilitate the payment, the company receive the payment.
So did you have any clients?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did search for numerous of clients. At the point, I didn't even understand those Chinese language. So we did that for some clients. But me, I'll just, those Chinese language are a lot because their bank details is just long. We see, I don't know the other language anyway. Their Chinese language is a lot. So once you just input it there, the person gets it. But I think the person also is familiar with Chinese language. I don't know. But I'll just see that it process it and put, but I know that the person will be familiar with it. Maybe the person is using AI too. But we did couple of payments.
How your solution look like? How is your solution look like?
Okay, so our solution is, like I mentioned earlier, one to basically facilitate paying of Chinese supplier, facilitating payment of Chinese suppliers. So our solution, like I said, this is one of the arm of the company's products. So it's not our core product. So we do crypto, crypto and other things are our core product. So this was like a future, and what we think, okay, so there was a gap. Can we also bring this in the mix? So it's not our core feature. Our core feature was crypto, Bitcoin, and other things.
For example, I'm buyer, so I would like to import some goods for $5,000. How can you help me to make payment to the Chinese suppliers? What should I do? I have Naira. What should I do with Naira?
Okay. So I get it right now. So with Naira, so on our platform, what we built then was that when you come on board with you will create a wallet. You definitely have a local wallet, a Naira wallet. You have to convert it. You have to convert it to Bitcoin. But for this right now, you have to convert it to dollar or yen. So we would have an equivalent
from Naira to dollar,
yes,
Bitcoin.
Yes. You have to confirm. You have to convert from Naira to dollar or to any currency. So there will definitely be a conversion rate, a conversion rate that is a timely conversion rate because it keeps going up, it is coming down. So it has to that has to be factored into it. And so you see the equivalent rate. So for this right now, what I would suggest is that a platform where everybody is coming with their own, have a wallet, you connect your local bank to your wallet to load to fund you have to fund your wallet with a Naira. So after funding your wallet and then you facilitate the payment, then you can get the Chinese details, for the payment. You have to convert your Naira to the currency, of payment. Then after converting it to the currency of payment, then you proceed with the payment.
Okay, let's go back on one step. I have Naira. I deposit your wallet by Naira, then convert it to dollar, for example. What should I do with the dollars next?
Yeah, so if you if you with naira right now, you have dollars, So what you want to do with dollar is either you want to save the dollar, or that's one. Is either you want to save the dollar because our exchange rate is a lot. Our exchange rate is a lot. Is either you want to, okay, let me save my dollar here in the next 4 5 years, I might cash it out, or do I have things I want to buy from abroad, or what do I want to use my dollar transaction to do? So it's an individual. But for these right now, we can say but it would be a whole lot to convert from naira to dollars to yen. It's like, so there will be charges on everything you're converting. There will definitely be charges on everything you're converting. So what do Nigeria basically use dollar to do? So if somebody send me dollar right now, it's basically maybe a person is looking to invest in Nigeria. So if I'm converting my naira to dollar, it's maybe because I want to travel abroad, or maybe I'm into drop shipping. I want to do a business and I want to buy this social product from this social country, but I can only pay in dollars, or I want to do any transaction that's require me to pay in dollars. So that's basically for dollar. But for yen right now, it's just strictly China, which might be which so that means the whole platform is just for Chinese supplier and Chinese transaction.
Should I give you a bank detail of the Chinese suppliers and you make payments?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
yes? What payment infrastructure do you use for paying? Do you use PayStack infrastructure, or what company did you use for paying Chinese suppliers?
So I didn't get that.
What payment infrastructure Folio wallet use for paying Chinese suppliers?
Okay, so for Chinese supplier, like I mentioned earlier, we were doing it manually.
Manually.
We were doing it. Yes, we were doing it manually. So we have an agent that help us to facilitate and process the payment. So the person, I don't know if the person is in China, but the person understand English very well. That we reach out to the person. So it was being done manually. So the person is in the accounting team and does this manually for us. But going forward, what I advise is that if there can be a third party integration, integrated platform. Okay, let's say we get let's say we get Paystack, let's say we get Paystack API for facilitating payment transactions, Chinese supplier. So it will be integrated into the platform. The UI UX guy, the product design guy has built this platform. The front end and the back end guy we've gotten the API, we've integrated it, and we can say, okay, you can now pay directly to your supplier. You can also, okay, you can pay directly to your supplier. But for what we did then was just manually. So there are a couple of companies that we can get APIs from that can help us to facilitate this payment. Paystack, Flutterwave, Stripe, and Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase is also a crypto first platform. So these are a couple of companies that we can get their API to facilitate this transaction.
Okay, how many clients did you have when you created this solution? How many clients did you serve?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Yeah, how many clients did you have? How many buyers did you have?
Yeah. So like I said, we don't have, that time we don't have buyers, we don't sell. So apart from the crypto, but what we just do is that, okay, for instance, right now you're a Chinese person. I'm in Nigeria, Africa, and I want to buy goods in China. Maybe I want to buy some certain set of bags. I mean, a Chinese person, you just give me your details, so I'm paying on this platform. So it's basically a fintech platform for facilitating payment. So we don't buy. So if you talk about how many transactions in terms of how many customers came to the platform to come and input their payment. Yeah, so we have a good couple of I can't give you figures right now, except I start checking my database to get the actual figures. But we have good couple of clients, like 20 upward, that came to use this thing at that particular point in time. That particular point, we had up to 20, but we now add a gap, because what we're also looking at that point is Apple took a while before they approved our product on their store. Apple, it's a whole lot of back and forth before we got approval. So people on using only Android at that point were only having access to it. And we also web app also was not active then. However, because Apple have their own T and C, terms and conditions for any fintech platform. So we had a couple of 20, up to 20 and more. That's the except I start checking my database and look at the numbers of total clients. But we have a couple of 20 clients that was able to do transaction on this platform.
Okay, what was the average amount which buyers to send the Chinese suppliers? What was the average amount?
Okay, so I don't know the Chinese. I don't know the Chinese details. So it was just the finance person, and like I mentioned earlier, it's um it's a connection. It's just you getting their details and you put one or two details to facilitate the payment. So I don't know. I don't understand Chinese language. So if I wish I can get, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a sample. I'm going to check my database and look for a sample of that amount, what we use, and I'll send it to you on LinkedIn so that you can see. So that you can see sample of that amount. Maybe by the time I start asking AI or convert this to English language for me, it will be able to bring it out.
What marketing channels did you find these buyers? Who was your clients?
Yeah, okay. So what marketing channel? So we have a couple of people in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm in Lagos currently, not the capital, Abuja is the capital, that are into drop shipping. So you have people that are into drop shipping. We have people that are into that sells bag, that sells shoe. So a lot of people that sell bag, that sell shoe, that sell clothes, a lot of people that sell so many things. So they were like, okay, so what marketing channel do we use? We had to say, okay, this is our audience. How do we reach out to them? So we had partnership events with some organizations that we are trying to sensitize people. So what I mean is that there are some people that are interested in drop shipping. There are people that are interested in these that don't know how to do this. So they attend events, couple of events to learn this, to learn that. So we had partnership with some couple of close group meeting to address these people on using our platform. And we also had to sensitize them on how to use it's user friendly anyway. It's user friendly. We have to sensitize them on how to use the platform. So if we say who are the audience in Lagos, Nigeria for instance right now, that should be those that are selling major Chinese products, that sells bags, that sells shoes, some sells jewelries also, and some couple of other equipment. So we have a lot of couple of malls. We have a lot of malls that are in Lagos, Nigeria here, and then this mall has Chinese shop in it. So when you enter, you can just see that Chinese name at the entrance of the shop. So by the time you enter, you're gonna see those product, and you're gonna have this feeling that is either this product is from Japan or Chinese. So these are also people that are our audience. So like what I mentioned basically is what I mentioned earlier rather is I can still go back and say and have another call with you and come up with a holistic business strategic document. Then I'm going to share with you for you to see. So there we can have detailed and statistics, a real-time statistics of.
Can you send this information?
Yeah, I can work on something for you and share with you. So I can work on something and share with you. So it will give you make you to make more informed decision. So I can now say, okay, so like API also, I also reach out to this API company to ask them that do you facilitate this payment? And I will give you statistics of I might not be able to give you the real figure, but I'm going to give you statistics from reliable source that talks about the daily business transaction of yen to naira. So daily transaction of yen to naira. From there, we can start getting insight to other organizations that also do transaction in yen. You understand? So we can take it like that, but it will take a while because I have to do a lot of research and come up with a strategic document, which will serve as a product discovery document. then share it with you, and you can see if there's something you like to leverage on or not.
Okay, Alfred. Follow Wallet did stop working on this solution. Did they stop this direction of development?
So I didn't get that.
Vola Wallet did stop
Yes,
this. This Follow yeah, Follow Wallet did stop developing on this solution. Did they to choose their focus?
Yeah. Like I said, it was just a arm of the business. It was a arm of the business, and so there was a particular time that they had to they had to reduce the whole activities for Chinese, because one, we had issues with, so this year, let me just say this year we've done election. At the point this year there was no cash. At the point this year, fuel has gone up and gone up and gone up. So the economy right now is not friendly. So those, at those points, they were looking at what's really happening, because the economy is in is in chaos. So those were the time we are looking at, okay, what's really happening? What do we need to do? What is bringing more revenue? What do we need to improve on? And I now realize that a lot of people have dropped down in terms of Chinese, because the exchange rate's gone up, and getting goods, import duties, export duties, those charges now flew up also. So for it's now like survival of the fittest for those that are bringing goods. But there are still good amount of people still buying goods from China. So that was the point that they looked at. Okay, for our web app, can we still hold on this and just put coming soon? So after this coming back, I'm gonna check Folio wallets to see if they've launched this. If they've launched their web app, and I'm going to see the Chinese, then I'm going to see the improvement on their Chinese. If it's still the same model we worked on and not, so if it is not the same model, I can reach out to the senior dev person to ask him some question regarding why are they still doing the Chinese supply payments? Why are they not doing it? What are they? So I can still reach out to him to ask a real-time update from him as at now. As a time, but we stopped at a point when the economy was not in good frame of mind, because the economy was scattered then. The economy is still in, because dollar right now equivalent to naira is like 9, naira equivalent to dollar right now, it's a lot of things. And a lot of people in Nigeria they are like carrying their bags to move abroad. UK, they mostly go to UK, Canada. So a lot of people are leaving the country right now. So it's just at this stage of alarming stage. Let me just use that word. But there are still some people that are still doing this business and still facilitating this transaction. So it's just getting the right audience and getting close to them. So, but these are basically people that are into drop shipping, people that are into, yeah. So there are some people that buy in bulk and sells in bits to other people. So they buy, okay, I'm buying 100 bags, and they sells in bits to other people. And this China, they have their way of packing the products, that they pack it, that you will write your name and you will get your product. You will definitely get your product. So that's basically it.
Alfred, what do you responsible for in Folio Wallet? What
Yeah,
part
so
of
what I was
business
doing there,
there's?
yeah, so I was the product manager, I was just the consumer product manager.
Yeah, understand your position. I mean, what did you do exactly in Folio
Okay.
Wallet?
Okay, so I was involved with from A to Z. So I started with one product discovery. I started with user research, product research, market research. Then from there, I did product discovery. I did user story, use Whimsica low fidelity prototype. Then I don't do high fidelity prototype. I'm not the product design person. So there's a product design person. I did the high fidelity prototype. I did a user story, the PRD, product requirement documentation, or the functional requirement documentation. So I also had a lot of couple of stand up with the dev guys. We know which API do we need to facilitate this. I also had talked with the API company to know, okay, what service are you giving us? What service are you giving us? What are the blockers? and other things. So those are a whole lot of things. But I was a product manager from A to Z. At the point, I also worked on the product launching. We launched the product at the point. We did a Twitter space launch. Twitter space launch. We've got good and massive people. I also facilitated the product testing. I did the Q&S, the product and quality assurance. I also did that. There was no Scrum manager. I was also doing the work of a Scrum manager. So I did a couple of work around product owner. I also assisted the marketing team at some point with the marketing strategy. I
Okay,
also
Alfred,
was involved
did
with the
you did you talk? Did you interview buyers, your main customers? Did you talk with
no, no,
them?
no.
No.
I didn't interview buyers. So we had before building Folio Wallet, the business has been operating. You understand? So before building the platform, the product has been operating. So we're just like, okay, let us build a platform. So it has been operating locally.
Okay.
So it's
How many members follow wallet has? How many
team. You mean the
members
team
of team?
members?
Yeah, how many people work in the follow
Yeah. So
wallet
so so
when you
yeah.
work
So
there?
so back then, 3, 4. We're just six. We're just six. So it's a very very
Six.
small team.
Yeah, it's good. It's classic startup team. It's good.
Just
Uh-huh.
yeah. It's a very small team.
Yeah, I would turnover will reach the follow wallet when you work there. How many?
So I didn't get
What
that.
was the revenue? What was the revenue when you worked in the follow wallet
Okay. Okay. So in terms of
monthly?
revenue yeah, in terms of revenue for Folio Wallet, gift card. We have gift card platform. I didn't even mention it. We also do gift card. We also do gift card. We also do so gift card, crypto, and a whole lot of things. We also involve in bill payment, utility payment, your electricity, data, and the likes,
Yes,
recharge
yes.
card and all that. So the revenue when we first started, the revenue was a bit very very low. Why? Because the CEO did not bring a marketing team from the onset, from the point of development. So at the point of launching, you now say, okay, I need a marketing team, which all organizations need to factor in. You need a marketing strategist before you push a product. So in terms of the revenue, I'm trying to look for the figure right now, but I don't have the figure offhand. But after the first month, we're not doing very well at the first month. But starting from the third month, we started doing very well because by then we now have good insights to the audience. But there was blockage because our our Apple was not the product was not approved on Apple. So it was not approved on Apple. So we can only use it on Android. So that was the blockers we were trying to push at that time. That okay, but Apple were like, okay, terms and condition, we need this license, which we were able to get. But before I left the team, we are now looking at okay, Apple is taking a while. Can we build a web app? So we've built the web app. We've built the web app. So I don't know the current state they are right now. So it was at the point of we built the web app. My contract has elapsed, so I had to extend the contract. I had to extend the contract to build the web app, but after that we built the web app, and after extending the contract, and I had to move on. So basically, what was the strength? The strength of Folio Wallet then was on crypto. Like crypto bring more money because a lot of people were okay, crypto first, let us do crypto first, let us invest in crypto first. But crypto has been banned officially by the Central Bank of Nigeria in Nigeria.
Yes,
So
yes.
it looks like an illegal business because some crypto company also fold up during that period. So we are a bit scared that I hope one of that policy won't come up. But I don't know the figure of money we made at that point. But I was very informed in terms of um I have the details of the business that okay, this person charged 5 naira per transaction, this person charged 2 naira per transaction, this person charged 3 naira per transaction. But in terms of the money we made during that period of let's say weekly, monthly, I don't have that data right now. I
Mm.
don't have that data. I start checking my document because it's been a very, very long time.
When was you worked in the Folio wallet? How many years ago did you work there?
Yes. Yeah, so I stopped. I started working Folio Wallet last year. I just did
Last
six
year.
months with them. It was on a contract base, 6 months. So 6 months. I started around this November. Yes, started around November. So April, May, I just had to say, okay, let me add 1 month so that we can push this. So April,
Mm.
May, I had to use May and
Uh-huh.
but I
A
was
Folio
brought to what
wallet, Folio
the
wallet
reason why
is
they brought me
continue.
on board was the reason why they brought me on board was one, the CEO was the product owner, so he was doing everything, but he noticed there are a couple of gaps in terms of the standard of a product manager. So there were a couple of gaps in terms of what he was trying to do. So he was just doing it, oh, let us do this, let us go this way. So he doesn't know waterfall, he doesn't know agile methodology, he was just doing it his own way. He doesn't know how to use Jira, he doesn't know how to use Notion. So I had to bring all these things on board
Okay.
and make sure and everything was timed.
Folio wallet is working at the moment. Folio wallet
So I
is
didn't get
working
that.
at the moment. Now, Folio wallet is working at the moment. Is it worked?
Yeah. So right now, I would have to go back and because I left since I left them, I didn't even bother to open the app on my mobile phone. But what I would do right now, I will still go back to my team just to ask report because
Mm-hmm.
I know that they've been fixing a lot of bugs around everything because they had a lot of bugs. So by the time I was about to leave them, they're facing this bug, that bug. Because my CEO had an issue. You want us to build everything at once and launch at once. So we're like,
Mm-hmm.
can we do this launch during this time? But he said you should build A to Z at once. So I wanted an agile methodology. He wanted a waterfall. So it was a whole lot of things. So right now I'm still going to check the mobile app if they are currently working because I know that some crypto companies were not banned, but they faded out 2 months ago. Big
Okay.
crypto companies.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think? What was the biggest problem which buyers has, and which Folio wallet is targeting to solve? What was the biggest problems in the space in importation when the buyers
Yeah, so
wanted to pay Chinese suppliers?
yeah, so the biggest problem is one extra charges. So if I'm paying
From
through an agent, I'm paying charges charge.
how many agent charge from the
Yeah, so
buyers?
I'm just dealing with one agent. So I don't know if the agent has a couple of agents.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if the agent has a couple of agents. So I'm just dealing with one agent. I'm just dealing with one agent. So there is a group. So there is a group of these people that it's a group. It's a group. So it's not like an open space. So the group of people that have direct contact with people in China, direct contact with people in Turkey that can help to bring like Turkey right now. A lot of us like a lot of their furnitures. So their chair, their beds. So there's a direct contact of agents like okay this is an agent that I can rely on in Turkey that also understands that also speak English fluently that I can rely on. So that's
Mm-hmm.
basically who. So but you don't know the charge. You don't know what the person is charging except you get an agent that is being sincere that will tell you this is my charges. You understand? So if you're buying a product of
Yes.
let's say $5,000, you're buying a product of $5,000, except the agent say my charges is $200 on this. My
Mm-hmm.
charges is $150. So we don't know who the agent will still pay. Who the agent will still pay. What you just want to do is that I've paid for this, I've paid all my service duty fee, and I'm going to get my products.
Okay. Okay.
But those agents
About
are just reliable. But you don't know their exact charge sometimes is determined by the products, the size of the product, the quality of the product, the quantity of the product.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, okay, I understand. Okay, Alfred, actually, we have
So that's
vacancy in.
basically what determines their charges.
Yeah, understand. Alfred, actually, our platform, our company has a position, need position product manager, and I understand that you have experience in the space, and maybe it potentially will be interesting to work with us, and because we are trying to offer solution for the buyers who want to make payments directly to the Chinese suppliers. We are going to offer some solution for this, and because you have relevant experience, maybe it can be interesting to work with us potentially.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
can be interesting potentially.
Okay, that's so right. But because the message you sent to me was that it's still a startup, you're just trying to come up with ideas and solutions to build.
Yeah, I sent you our site, which we launched already. Actually, we launched foreign bank account where you can to issue virtual USD card, and you can to top up this card by Naira. Naira will be converted to the dollar, yuan, and euro. And as well, you can to get payment from abroad and withdrawal money in a local bank account in Naira. All this function
Okay.
is available at the moment. And now we actually trying to focus our product to buyers who work with importation business, and therefore we making research in this space.
Okay.
And if you will share the statistics, information, insights in this space, I will be pleasure. And if potentially it's interesting to you to work with our company, we can to agree on some period to see each other.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
we can
That.
okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, yeah, we can. The next step can be you can just send information about your work in Folio Wallet, about the statistics and research insights. I will see it, and after that we can to make a new meeting in Zoom and to decide to agree how can we work together.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Alfred, so thanks for your time. Thanks that you joined to the Zoom conversation. Last questions. When will you able to send some information about which you mentioned before?
Okay. So today is Tuesday. Is before next week Tuesday. Before next week Tuesday, because I'm going on leave this week.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Alfred, I will wait some materials from you. After that, we will schedule a new meeting and to discuss our cooperation, our work together.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
As well, I will send you link on our site Lemons, where you can to register, and you will get use the virtual card for free. You can to use the card for paying Netflix, Amazon, Alibaba, AliExpress, Facebook, and etc. Any sites in the world you can to pay for.
Okay. Thank you. I think I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it.
Okay, I'm waiting information from you, and we will schedule the next meeting.
Okay. Okay. Thank you
Okay,
very much for this
thank
call.
you, Alfred.
I didn't apologize. Yeah. Apologies for keeping you waiting the last time.
No problem, Alfred. It's okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfred. Bye.